Round table of truth. How do you demolish a man's life without a name? This is not a movie. This is not fiction. This is not hearsay. This is Nigeria, where someone can wake up and see their property destroyed, not by thieves, not by terrorists, but by their own government acting like criminals. This is the story of Peter Obi's brother. This is law turned into a weapon. This is madness made legal. But today, we will break it down in simple English. So, what happened? Peter Obi's younger brother owns a company called Nest Foods Limited. That company has owned a fenced land in Lagos for over 15 years, but suddenly, men with tractors, bulldozers, and police escorts showed up. They said they had a court order. They did not show any demolition permit. Nobody was allowed to remove anything. Not one chair, not one piece of equipment. They removed the roof. They destroyed the buildings. And when Peter Obi, a former governor and presidential candidate, came to the site, they told him, they don't know who the owner is. Yes, you heard right. They demolished the place, but they don't know the owner. They showed a court order that was written against unknown persons. That is how the evil began. A faceless order against nobody used to destroy property that belonged to a registered company with documents. Even after Peter Obi's lawyers filed all the ownership documents, including the deed of assignment and certificate of occupancy, the demolition still continued. Even after a motion was filed in court to stop the demolition still went on. Now let us ask, is this how a country is supposed to work? The answer is no. Let's break this evil down in simple steps so everyone can understand. Step 1. Someone goes to court and sues unknown persons instead of the real owners of the property. Step 2. They take a photo of a pasted notice on the wall and use that as evidence that they served the court papers. Step 3. Because the real owner doesn't know what's happening, he doesn't show up in court. Step 4. The court grants the request because no one is there to oppose it. Step 5. The person who filed the case rushes to demolish the building before the truth can come out. Now tell me, is that law or is that oppression? This is not a legal mistake. This is a well-planned setup. And it is not the first time it is happening. Let's explain the big truth behind it. This is how they steal land in Nigeria. They use fake legal methods to steal. They file suits without names. They avoid claiming ownership in court. Instead, they just claim possession. That means they don't want to prove they own the land. They just want to take it. They don't want to fight openly. They want to break in legally, like thieves with court gowns. Now, what does this really mean for all of us? If Peter Obi's brother, a man with money, lawyers, and media, can lose his building overnight, what about the poor man with one shop? What about the woman selling groundnuts on government-acquired land? What about the small business owner renting space with no legal team? If the rich cannot stop this madness, then the poor are already buried. This event shows us something scary, that Nigeria is no longer ruled by law. It is now ruled by connections, fear, silence, and bulldozers. And the sad part is, this is not even the first time. In 2017, poor families in Otodogobame were forced out of their homes and left homeless in Lagos. In 2022, businesses in Abuja were demolished even after showing proof of ownership. In 2023, people in Lekki lost homes near the waterline. No warning, no mercy, no compensation. So what do all these things tell you? That we are living in a country where rights mean nothing, where you can wake up tomorrow and your land is gone, your shop is gone, your house is rubble, and nobody will answer you. Let me ask a question. How can you sue an unknown person and then use it to demolish a known property? How can you say you are taking possession, not ownership, and yet carry bulldozers to destroy buildings? How can you call that justice? This is not law. This is legal fraud. And it is protected by people who have power and no conscience. And so we must now ask, who is behind this? Somebody clearly wants the land. Maybe a politician, maybe a developer, maybe a syndicate that specializes in land grabbing. But they don't want to pay. They don't want to negotiate. They just want to take it. And they know the system is weak. They know judges are silent. They know police will protect them. So they act like gods, but they are criminals in suits. So what should we do now? First, the court must cancel that fake order. That order was built on lies and should be destroyed legally. Second, a full investigation must happen. Who filed the case? Who benefited? Who gave the demolition order? Third, police and officials must be questioned. Who gave them the right to block entry? Who gave them permission to demolish? Fourth, Peter Obi's brother must be compensated. You cannot destroy someone's 15-year investment and say, sorry, with silence. Fifth, land laws in Nigeria must be changed. Nobody should be allowed to demolish any property without serving the real owner, showing a valid demolition permit, giving enough time to respond, allowing an open court hearing. And finally, those who use fake court orders must face jail time, because right now, the law is being used as a tool of oppression. Let me say it again. This is not just about Peter Obi. This is about Nigeria, about you, about me, about all of us. Because what they did to him, they can do to anybody. If we keep quiet now, they will silence us tomorrow. They did not demolish a building. They demolished justice. They demolished the system. They demolished hope. And so today, we are saying it loud. We will not be quiet. We will not be afraid. We will not accept lies dressed in court gowns. This is Round Table of Truth, where injustice ends, where silence is broken, where the people rise. Like, share, comment, spread this truth. Because if we allow this, then we are all just tenants waiting for demolition. Let truth be our hammer. Let justice be our voice. Because the land may be destroyed, but the truth must not.